Order. One of the very interesting questions is, if I have a Preflight profile in pdfToolbox, what is the order in which things get executed? Well, let's take a look. I have a Preflight profile here from the Gantour group, and in that Preflight profile I have a list of checks and I have a list of fixups. And so for each of these, I could ask, in which order is pdfToolbox going to take these things? Let's start with the checks. And when you look at the list of checks in here, what you will see is that they are grouped by category. You can see that because the icons are the same at the beginning. And then they are grouped alphabetically in each category. But that has nothing to do with the order in which they are actually executed. Internally, pdfToolbox decides what the actual order is. You, as the creator of the Preflight profile, cannot control that. It also doesn't make a lot of difference for checks, because checks don't modify the document. So whether you run check A or check B first, doesn't matter. It doesn't change things. But what happens for fixups? Well, when you look at the list of fixups, you'll notice that they are also listed alphabetically, and there are no controls in pdfToolbox to move things up or down. So I can likewise not control the order in which fixups are executed. And this is a much bigger problem, because the order of fixups can definitely have an effect on the final PDF I'm going to end up with. Right? So what's up with this? Well, it's a limitation of Preflight profiles that you cannot control the order of fixups. And pdfToolbox has an internal algorithm that is quite smart and that runs things in the right order, as long as you have the normal fixups that you would see in a regular Preflight profile. But if you want to do special things, things that have to do with color, things that have to do with page boxes, where things really need to happen in a very particular order, then the conclusion is you should not use Preflight profiles for that, but you should use a process plan instead. That is one of the reasons that process plans were invented. Okay, that leaves one last question. I have this list of checks, and I have the list of fixups. What is run first? Does pdfToolbox first execute all the fixes, or first the checks and then the fixes? Or, well, the bottom line is that the fixups are always run first, and the reason for that is actually quite straightforward. What pdfToolbox is trying to do is, first of all, give you a PDF file that is as good as it could be. And it does so by running all these fixes. And once it has that PDF file, then it runs the checks to make sure that the file is now compliant to the standard. Yeah? So remember, in a Preflight profile, you cannot control the order. You have to use process plans for that. And fixes are always run before checks.